up, YouTube? I'm Topaz Jason. I got a pretty good show lined up for you today, man. First, we're going to jump into a brief instrumental from underground producer Lyrical Beats. Then we're going to review this new Papoose joint. And then we're going to take some questions. So this Papoose The Bank is pretty much Papoose showing off his double time flow and shit that I guess he's been working on trying to get right. And you know what? I appreciate the progression, man. Someone who's always trying to get better, that's always trying to introduce some new thing. And he's doing the damn thing with it, man, because for the most part, people who do double time, man, they're not very lyrical with it. They more just want to sound like they're spitting something, so they focus more on the flow than the actual lyrics. While you can tell, listening to Papoose, he's focusing on both. Now, he still has a ways to go to perfect it, though, man, because there are just points where he's saying way too much to get these punchlines out because he has a lot to say to try to set up that punchline, but it comes off really flat because he's doing that. Other times he's not keeping up with the double time flow, man, because he's trying to be lyrical with it. Like, you got to find your own marriage between both lyrics and flow in order to get that shit to work. And I don't believe he found that yet. I think that if he continues to try to progress with it, he will. But I'm not sure if this is going to be a staple of Papoose flow. Now, this beat done by Ron Browse, man, not really huge on Ron Browse, honestly, not as an artist, not as a producer, man. Honestly, it's not that strong. What he's trying to do here is he's having a up-tempo energy type track with some horns and such, man. But it honestly just doesn't come off very strong. Now, Papoose made this as an energy track that could be like a club track as well, because his hook is pretty much a dance, in which I never thought of using the whole throwing dice like you're playing craps or something as an actual dance, but yet it's a very interesting thought that he did. And I'm not even gonna knock it. Like, if I were to go to a club, man, I could see myself doing that shit, but just throw my own little spin to it. Now, overall as a track, it's alright. Like, it has some energy to it, but yet it's not done on a high enough level for me to really fuck with it like that. This being a single for a sophomore album, You Can't Stop Destiny, man, I'm happy to see that he's trying to progress with it, man, but I need to see more of where he's going with it. But anyway, on to Ask, Download, Pass. And this guy, J1, pretty much a dick rider for Rihanna, which I been knew that she been had tons of dudes dick riding her and such, man, because you could tell when Chris Brown and her went through the altercation how many niggas came out and tried to super save a cake this chick. This is one of those types of dudes. He's pretty much mad that I gave that bitch Better Have My Money a negative review, and he started pointing at the success that she's seeing on the billboard. And dude, first of all, ain't nobody mad at her for getting her fucking money. I'm happy for any of my brothers and sisters out here getting that damn money, being successful, no matter if I like the track or not. So that's where you're off, number one. Number two, success of a track and the quality of that track, two completely different things. You obviously don't know the fucking music industry if you trying to argue with this shit. I mean, it's really time for you to man up and to realize that she's never going to fuck you no matter how much you cape for her, dog. So go ahead with that bullshit. And Food and Liquor says that constantly dropping music instead of stacking such, it forces people into progression, it forces people into being super creative and such. And you know, I wish that were completely true, but not really, because you look at dudes on both sides of the fence, man, whether they're stacking music or they're putting out music constantly. A lot of dudes find their own comfort zone on the same types of tracks that they like to release, and they just lose all creativity because of that. Like, they just continue to drop the same shit. I mean, it really boils down to how much you desire to be the best, how much you desire to continue to dish out new great music, man, because a lot of people just simply don't desire that shit. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.